Hiya, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about myself and where I come from, what I used to do, what I do now, and why the massive change. Um, so I used to work as a pharmacy technician in a busy NHS hospital in the UK, and it was manic. Working in the dispensary, it was really, really busy all the time. And as with anything with the NHS, as time went by, we were expected to do more and more and more, and we got less and less and less for it. You know, lunch breaks, all the breaks during the day were cut short. We were expected to start being rotated on for more and more late shifts and more weekend shifts, and it was going to towards being 7-day working, which it is now in the department that I used to work in. So when I had my two little ones, the younger two of my three, I decided to take a bit of a career break because my mental health was really struggling at the time. I had really bad postnatal depression and I couldn't cope with going to work. I felt so anxious all the time because I'd been quite poorly during one of my pregnancies. It was as a result of having caught viral meningitis whilst working on the wards in the hospital. So I had really bad health anxiety and freaked out about the slightest little bug going round and things, and I couldn't risk bringing that home. So I took my time out, and after a little while I started to feel a bit better in myself and decided that it was time to go back to work. So I went back full time initially, but I worked in a different department. I had transferred myself over to the production unit, which is all pharmacy clean rooms, so there was no germ risk. So that kind of set my mind at ease from that point of view. But there was still the same sort of mentality that we were being expected to do more and more, and we were getting less and less for it, and this progressed and progressed. And during that time, my youngest of my three, Marcus, started to become quite poorly, and he ended up that at times he was in hospital for 1 day out of every week, sometimes more, sometimes the whole week, and it just grew and grew and grew and grew, and I was missing time off work constantly. I felt like I was letting my team down, I felt like I was letting myself down, I felt like my whole career was on hold, that I felt trapped. I felt like I had nowhere to go because I was constantly stuck between a rock and a hard place. I wanted to be there for Marcus all the time whenever he needed me, but I was under pressure all the time to go back to work. So I was under pressure all the time to be putting Marcus back into nursery before actually he was 100%, and then being back in work for a few days and then having to phone in sick again. Well, not sick, phone in because I needed to be off with Marcus again. And it was just this constant cycle, and it was burning me out. I was working so hard to try and keep things going at work, and so hard to try and get Marcus better, and just not getting anywhere with either. I was starting to make mistakes in work because I was so tired, because I was up doing inhalers 4 times a night, and I just couldn't do it. So it kind of came to a head about 6 months into this, that I'd used up all of my leave with work, and other than taking a load of unpaid leave, I had nowhere to go really. My job was under threat, and I had the choice at that time that I could either continue, but the next time that I had to take a chunk of time off, I would be up for disciplinary, continue but switch to a bank contract, or I could leave. So again, I kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. I needed the money, but I couldn't guarantee that I wasn't going to need the time off. In fact, I could pretty much guarantee that I was going to need the time off. So I switched over to a bank contract, and it worked okay for a while. But like I said, because I kept starting to make mistakes because I was tired all the time. And I mean, not just a little bit tired, you know, like been up in the night, like all mums do. I'd literally, I still haven't had a decent night's sleep since Marcus started to be poorly at about 9 weeks old, and he turned 4 in November. So that's an awful long time to build up sleep deprivation. It does take a toll on your cognitive function, you know, on how well you can think clearly and how you can focus on tasks. And I ended up that my shifts were being reduced all the time at work because I was making mistakes. It was their way of sort of gradually whittling my time down. You know, I don't blame them for that. If I was in their position, I think I'd probably have done the same. You can't have somebody on your team who isn't functioning at 100% any of the time. So I don't hold any grudges for any of that. The two things just weren't meshing together, and that's understandable. So at that stage, one of my friends had started to do Younique, and I'd been buying the 3D mascara off her, and I had one of the eyeshadow palettes, and I loved them, absolutely loved them. So she kind of dropped it into conversation a bit cheeky one day. You'd be great at what I do. I was like, yeah, whatever. Like, I wear makeup like once a month when I've got the energy to do it, and I was like, no, it's not for me. But then my shifts continued to get reduced, and eventually I lost my job. And at that stage, I needed something quick. But I couldn't go and apply for a normal job. I didn't feel like I could, because A, they'd be checking my references and my work would be saying, actually, she's never in work. And B, I didn't feel like I could commit to doing another job where I was just going to be letting them down all the time. So I needed something that worked around what I needed and what Marcus needed. And I'd seen a few of my friends doing Younique along the way, and they all really seemed to love it all the time. And, you know, I already loved the products, so I knew that I could sell them, because if you love them, then you can sell them. It's easy, that bit. And I knew that I could help other people as well, and I loved the things that they were doing around positive thinking and building up my self-confidence, because through watching my friends doing their lives and things and picking up some tips and tricks along the way, that had already started to help me to build my confidence. So I decided to take the plunge. So I went and spoke to my friend Kat, and I was like, Kat, you know this Younique thing you do? Right, I've got like 100 questions. And I just went bang, 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 fired them all off at her, and she answered all of them. And by the time that I'd finished my chat with her, I was 100%, that was it, I was doing it, and went off home and signed up straight away. And that's that. You know, now I've been doing this for just over a year, and I still love the products. I love all the new things coming out all the time. You know, we just have new lippies and new eyeshadows. They change up the presenter kits all the time. But not just that, I love all the sisterhood of it all. I've made so many friends and so many people who have become my support network. The team that I'm part of are so supportive when Max has to be in hospital. And because of the way that I can still use my phone to do my job, so I can do all my posting on Facebook, and I can do all my, like, sending messages, chatting to my customers, I can do videos to some extent. I can do all of that whilst I'm sat in the hospital room with Marcus. That is what I need. And if you're someone who needs something like that, where it works better around what you do, it could be that you need to work it around a job, it could be that you need to work it around the kids being in school. Well, I've got 3 kids. 2 of them are in school, and Marcus is now in preschool, and his health's a little bit on the better side now, but we still spend a lot of time in hospital. I've got ladies in the team who work full time and do this around that, so they do their posting and things in their break time when you sit and faff on Facebook anyway, so why not get paid for it? And they do their posting after work, you know, they do a live getting ready with me in the morning. All these things you can fit in around anything that you've got to do. And if you're worried that you've not got the confidence, then speak to someone. There's loads and loads of ways that we can help you to develop yourself through reading, through videos, through working with each other to build your confidence to the stage where you feel ready to do live videos, where you feel ready to talk to people more. And I can't stress enough just how much of a life-changing thing this is. The new bonuses that have come in are just awesome. They've like improved everyone's income so much from this, and for me it's given me more freedom. As being the lower earner in our house, I always felt like I couldn't really ask for money to go and treat myself to a new haircut or, like, you know, go shopping or whatever. Because my hubby worked really hard for his money and he already paid for the bills and things. But now that I've got my own money coming in, I can treat myself. I've got myself booked in next week to have my hair done. I've just bought myself a new outfit. When it's your money, you can do what you want with it. This year I'm saving up to take the kids to Euro Disney for a holiday whilst they're still little and they still want to go and give Mickey Mouse a hug and things, because I love that. Because we've not really been able to go on holiday for a few years because of Marcus's health, and now that his health is in a bit of a better position, I hope that we can manage to actually go away this year. So I want us to be in a financial position to be able to go if his health's in a good position to go. So that's my aim for this year. That's my big goal, is to save up for that. If you've got any big goals and you want a chat about it, then pop me a message and we can have a chat and see if there's a way that we can help you to achieve your goals too. So thanks for watching me. And if you think that this opportunity would help somebody else, even if it's not something you're interested in, then please feel free to send this message on to your friends and give them my details to contact. If you're watching this on YouTube or Instagram and you're not able to message me, if you want to email me instead, my email address is mummiesmakeupsk1, that's Sierra Kilo 1, @gmail.com.